Dear Pixie, you asked us, in one of your recent videos, you spoke about instant karma and thoughts becoming things. You said we were moving into an area of space where this starts to happen and that it is happening now. The other day, I told a lie. I felt dreadful afterwards and felt like I'd moved out of alignment. I'm now really worried that because of the new energy, my lie is going to come true. Will this happen? Because I acted out of alignment, will the negative forces get me? Please help. Indeed, it is most correct to say that you are moving into an area of space where energies are different, shall we say. This is affecting you now. Instant karma, immediate manifestation, and thoughts becoming things are all phrases that would fit your current energetics upon your planet. Regarding the falsehood you spoke, it is not that the falsehood will come true. This can happen, yet this is a literal interpretation of the energy here. Only if the actual falsehood spoken is a direct match to the actual falsehood itself would it manifest. What actually occurs is that when a falsehood is spoken, this action creates an energy or a frequency. More appropriately, it creates a pattern. Within the non-aware, non-activated individuals, these patterns are usually chaotic, undirected, and fragmented. They can dissipate or evolve into, shall we say, distorted energies. Within the aware and activated individuals, a falsehood spoken holds much more power, for want of a better word. This will present as a cohesive, individualized and focused pattern due to the energetic frequency, light quotient and DNA strand formation within the activated individual. Hence it is so important for the activated ones, starseeds, wanderers and lightworkers, to be mindful of their thoughts, even more so of their words, even more so of their actions. For all are planted seeds with the aligned combination of energetics needed for growth. You, activated ones, starseeds, wanderers and lightworkers, it is you that hold fertile soil for these seeds, and it is you that shall see these seeds grow to fruition, if you will, for you are built for manifestation. We repeat, you are built for manifestation. You hold a code of honour, and shall live by this code of honour. This code is that of integrity. Yet you are light warriors in training, if you will, despite simultaneously standing within mastery. You are the apprentice as well as the sage. Therefore, speaking of falsehood is all part of your learning, and certain permissions or leeway is given, if you will, to you who hold the light. However, within your third dimensional metamorphosizing reality, the influx of the fourth density, fifth dimensional codes, and the directed focus you hold does make for a trajectory into manifestation, especially if speaking of falsehood is most rare for you, shall we say. This contains the energy. Therefore, when the energy is released and the falsehood is spoken, the falsehood, or indeed the pattern and the trajectory of it, holds much more power, if you will. So it is not so much that the actual falsehood will come true. It is more that an energetic match to the falsehood will be created. There is a low probability that this will manifest as the actual falsehood spoken, depending on the lessons you need to learn here. The energy will fall where it may, in the most appropriate way for all that is you in human form, in accordance with the physical laws upon your planet. So if you say, my new vehicle is green, when in actuality your new vehicle is blue, this does not mean your vehicle will change colour. However, it may mean that circumstances may occur in your reality whereby you need to acquire a new vehicle and the new vehicle happens to be green. This is somewhat of a simplified explanation here. However, this is about self-similarity within the pattern. What actually manifests is a vibrational match to the falsehood spoken and to the out-of-alignment feeling that was held within you. Moving further into the fractal of the pattern, if individuals were affected negatively by the speaking of your falsehood, then this adds to the vibrational match also. Speaking falsehood in and of itself is most usually, not always, an act that stands within negative polarization. If the falsehood was spoken in order to mislead, manipulate or harm another, this stands fully within negative polarization. If the falsehood was spoken to mislead for what was perceived as good intent, or self-preservation or protection, this may be mildly within negative polarization, if you will, or be neutral. If the falsehood was spoken out of compassion for another, this would stand within positive polarization and shall manifest positive vibrational outcomes accordingly. A connected starseed or light warrior will feel the energetic immediately after the falsehood has been spoken, or simultaneously to its speaking. This is the out-of-alignment feeling you spoke of. One will be able to feel the intensity of the negative polarization, mild or strong. In truth, there is no mild or strong polarization, there is simply polarization. It is the power held within the pattern of the falsehood spoken that we speak of. The awareness and activation of the light warrior or starseed is both a blessing and a curse, if you will. A blessing in the sense that you can so strongly feel the out of alignment, lack of integrity frequency, so that you spring back immediately into the code of honour. You see what you have done instantly, as opposed to the absolute unawareness of the majority of humans on your planet. There are those who speak falsehoods on a grand scale deliberately and intentionally in order that they may feel that out of integrity, out of alignment feeling, for that in itself creates power. This is the power of the service to self energy. Directed service to self power also creates a focused trajectory for negativity and a continued build-up of large amounts of negative karma, if you will. Those that utilise this method of manifestation and dark magic are aware of the trade-offs. Although there are those who operate this way who are unaware, they are controlled, if you will, by those who are aware. This is a very different energy, yet you will have stepped into it briefly, if you will, with the speaking of the falsehood. If the falsehood was spoken with the intention to mislead, manipulate or harm, the blessing is your awareness, bringing you instantly back into the protective space that is integrity. The curse is the power of the focused intention that you hold, creating the trajectory, meaning indeed there shall be consequences. The consequences will be a match to the energy and pattern of the falsehood spoken, not the falsehood itself. The instant ping back or spring back into alignment and integrity creates a space for learning. The awareness and clarity afforded the starseeds at this point allows for transmutation of the learning into creativity. As a painter, a canvas of the interpretation of the patterns of the falsehood is painted. As a poet, the presentation through prose of the emotions of the falsehood, spring back and learning is created. This creativity in itself cushions the landing, if you will, for the trajectory of the manifestation. meaning a mixed vibration is created. The speaking of the falsehood and the instant learning and awareness that takes place, and the resulting creativity, creates a new pattern with the manifestation of both negative and positive simultaneously. This is a concept difficult to process in theory, yet through experience of this and awareness of the trajectory, landing pad, patterns and manifestation, the conceptualization and processing shall occur. Therefore, what we are saying here is that you can utilize the brief step out of alignment as a tool for learning, creativity, raising awareness within others, and ultimately learn to steer the trajectory itself. This is master manifestation. Are we saying that stepping out of alignment and integrity can lead to master manifestation? Yes, if you are a truly polarized, service to others individual with high awareness and processing regarding trajectories, fields, and fractalized matrices within reality. Are we therefore suggesting that you do this as a tool into master manifestation? Indeed, we are not. Yet this is your call, if you will. Yet be aware that stepping out of integrity with the intention of achieving master manifestation changes the pattern. The master manifestation is, in actuality, stumbled on by accident, if you will. It is a byproduct of your learning. Regarding the negative forces getting you, it is not about any outside force getting you. This is your own creation and your own manifestation. The negative forces are no more outside of you and separate from you than the positive forces are. However, the speaking of the falsehood with intent to mislead, manipulate or harm will open a portal to negative forces, if you will, as you are stepping into service to self energetics. The awareness of being out of alignment and out of integrity, that feeling awful that you spoke of, is your protection, for this is the catalyst to the instant ping back or spring back into alignment and integrity. Therefore, we can say that the stepping into the service to self energetic briefly is akin to opening a door, not liking what you see, and quickly closing the door again. Could a negative being quickly run through that open door? This is possible depending on the learning you need. However, it is unlikely, as there is nothing to sustain the negative being once you have sprung back into alignment and integrity, other than the residual pattern of the falsehood and its trajectory. The great majority of starseeds and light warriors within polarized service to others frequency, holding high light quotient and activated DNA, will not be indulging regularly in speaking falsehoods in order to mislead, manipulate or harm. If they did, they would lose positive polarization, and the positive polarization prevents them from doing this in the first place. Is it possible this may occur occasionally? Yes, for you are in training and stand as the apprentice. It is far more likely that the falsehoods spoken by starseeds, if at all, will stand within neutral polarity. This would be the falsehood spoken that held no ill intent, no malice, and is that which you refer to as a white lie. However, this is still out of alignment and integrity. The response to your question is that your falsehood holds a low probability of coming true, and negative forces cannot get you, certainly not by the speaking of one falsehood with instant awareness of the energetic created. You are not here to be perfect and to make the right decision at every turn. It is your learning, your awareness, and your resulting thoughts, words, actions, and deeds that shall change your reality and that of your planet's reality. For as you learn individually the steering of the trajectories of your individual timelines, so too do you learn to act collectively and steer the trajectories for your planetary and dimensional timelines. If all experience is taken back to the starseed mission, that of the planetary and cosmic ascension process, then every action holds the trajectory into the positive polarized reaction, and all is integrated, aligned, and as it is destined to be. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. We are now at a time in our planetary evolution known as ascension. Those individuals we can call starseeds are currently in their millions and are collectively going through this awakening process. In this book, the 9 bring forward memory triggers designed to act as a catalyst into the awakening process. They present a model of working with the individualized matrix field, known also as the Merkaba, through matrix architecture, Merkaba magic, and the golden triad of ascension, presenting an in-depth analysis and explanation of the twin flame consciousness and how this relates to the ascension, as well as providing triggers to the collective memory experience known as Atlantis. This transmission is designed to trigger your multidimensional memory as you begin the construction of the Merkaba matrix and embrace the inner archetype of the architect. The triggers contained within this material are there to assist you in accessing the codes for the new formation of the original crystalline DNA matrix. I, Magenta Pixie, am so happy to present this transmission to you from the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. Divine Architecture and the Starseed Template.